Welcome back to Digital Marketing Evidence. I'm back again with Dr. Joe Hazzam, and this week we're talking about something that is right at the top of every marketer's agenda, generative AI and social media. Joe, what's different about this week's research?
This week we will focus mainly on social media and AI. And I think that this is an important topic for many marketeers, many business owners. The decision of either using AI, which tools for content, for strategy, is still there, and no one can answer this question effectively. So today we'll focus on what research will tell us about how AI is used effectively in strategy, how AI is used effectively in content creation, and what are the things that AI cannot do as well. We need to look at the risk as well.
Now let's start with the most recent study about AI and social media strategies. Looking directly at social media platforms, what did you find?
They looked at how generative AI is effective in developing the strategy. So they interview many practitioners, and they come out with what a social media strategy look like in terms of effectiveness. And then they ask the two groups of marketing professionals to either generate a full strategy, either for a chemical company or for a fashion company. And when they generate from the AI the social media strategy, they start comparing how the Gen AI social media strategy is effective and how they rate it. So this is one of the latest study. And if you look at the result was very positive, however, with some condition. So if we look at the result in terms of how effective the AI was in terms of strategic flexibility, it was effective. How the AI, Gen AI, define and analyze your audience, very effective. And if we look as well of how the AI tool in terms of a specific campaign achievement in terms of objective, it was good as well. These are the main positive points from the use of AI. However, if we look at the point that we need to take into consideration is the data, because we cannot as well include the data that is sensitive, data about customers, data about our achievements into these AI tools. And I know now many companies, they are building their own AI tools, but some local business, they cannot build their AI tools. So they need to take into consideration in terms of, you can include the data, but make it anonymous, for example. Yeah.
Now let's move on to something that I think is going to make a lot of social media managers uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You talk in the blog about AI and brand authenticity. What does the research say? Yeah,
this is mainly a very actually important topic. Why is that? And again, in one of the latest research, they created content with AI, okay, and then they put a disclaimer that this content, they run 3 experiments actually, and they looked if when they put a disclaimer on these AI content, that the content was developed by AI, the attitude of their followers or their customers becomes negative, and the engagement becomes lower. So it means that customers, when they know that the work is or the content is produced completely by AI, this will remove the human connection, which is part of social media. As we know, social media is about connection. It's about genuine relationship. So the customers will believe that the content produced by AI remove this relationship, this genuine relationship.
Yeah. So I guess that kind of leads us on to the next question, is that a lot of social media managers would say, well, if the content's good, why would the followers care how it was made?
Okay, again, linking to the authenticity Lauren mentioned, in the same study, when they look at the quality of the content, no one of the customer mentioned that the content has a lower quality. And many other studies as well, they look at the difference between the human-made images and the content produced by AI, and many of this content was better in terms of aesthetic and quality than the human made, okay? However, so it is not about the quality of the content, it is about how your customer attach or perceive this content. So it's obviously when the content is 100% produced by AI, the authenticity is not higher. And the customers start to have a negative attitude. Why? Because they believe there is no human creativity. And they believe there is no a genuine relationship. That's why a AI 100% content by a Gen AI, it's not the best way to go forward.
Mm-hmm. So this leads us to the next study. Tell us about the best approach to generative AI for social media and why it matters specifically for social media.
Okay, so this is a good question. We mentioned the problem before. Now we'll mention one of the solutions. One of the best solutions to move forward with the Gen AI and social media content is what we call the collaboration. Yeah, and there is few studies they compare AI Gen content completely with AI, 100% AI to content, and they compare it to a collaboration between a human and the AI. And the result is obvious and clear that whenever there is a collaboration between an AI tool and human, the engagement is higher, the attitude is positive. And this is, we can explain it by a theory called information gap theory, by the way. Why is that? The information gap theory is it explains that there is a moderate gap between what we know and what we don't know. Okay? And here where the collaboration actually achieve a sweet spot. A collaboration between AI and human, what does it mean? It means that the AI tool will produce this new innovative ideas that will boost creativity. And your customer will start to be curious about what you're doing. And the human factor will come in terms of creativity and adjust this content, adjust this idea, because the human will understand the cultural context, will understand the audience better, and will improve the brand voice. So combining these together will achieve a positive attitude compared to and engagement compared to just AI content alone.
Okay. So practically, what does a collaborative social media workflow look like?
Okay, this is a good question for the practitioner. Again, there is no one way, but this is an example. I think the best way going forward is start by asking the AI about 5 good ideas, for example. Then choose the right idea that you believe it fits with your target audience. And develop this idea. Then ask the AI tool to write for you the post. Then add your creativity based on your understanding of your own audience and the condition where the content will land. Moving through these procedure is a collaborative procedure where you add value to the AI. AI will provide you the idea, the freshness, some innovative idea that you don't know. However, your human creativity will add the value and the tool that will help you to build this relationship, not just a generic content.
Yeah, sure, people go for the full research summary.
Okay, now if you want to read more and understand this topic more, you can head to our website, which is the digitalmarketingevidence.com. You can read the full blog, you can read the references, and as well, if you like the topic, for sure you can subscribe and you can be with us every week to know more about how AI is improving our work as marketeers.
Thank you,
Thank
Joe.
you.
Thank you so much.